This is episode 117. G'day and welcome to the My Voice Notes series. This series came about because of you. So thank you. I was receiving feedback on how you enjoy the realness and rawness of my show and that you connect with my stories and experiences. So I decided to bite my fear on the bum and share with you my most personal series yet. I spend a lot of time reflecting and I usually record my thoughts in my phone, sort of like a journal, and now you will have access to that. Please leave me a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts if you enjoy this series, because my intention is to inspire you to break free of anything that holds you back and to know that you are not alone. All right, buckle up. Here we go. Hello, magical humans, and welcome to my Voice Notes series. Today's voice note is really about the guilt that we feel when we say no to things or when we say yes to things for ourselves. And why did this guilt happen? And why do we put ourselves through suffering when we don't really need to? And simple things like why do we feel guilty when we need to rest? And you'll hear in my voice note that's coming up why this is the topic today. But it's like we live in this world that is marked by hyper productivity and the obsession with being successful. And I fall guilty to this all the time. And so what happens is it sort of distorts our way of thinking and our mind in believing that we've always got to be doing something. We always have to be just making sure that we don't waste any time. And so if we need to rest for whatever reason it is, we start to feel guilty. Well, I know that I do. I start to feel guilty like, I shouldn't have taken, half a day off because there's so much to be done. Actually, this morning, for example, I just felt like I was hit by a bus from an event that I had to host on the weekend, and I just didn't have the energy. And I have this battle with my mind that's like, no, I don't want to work. I don't want to work. I can't work today. I'm not in the right headspace. I'd love to just take this morning to self-care and to fill my cup up. I mean, that's how you become way more effective as an employee. That's for sure. So why do I feel so guilty and say to myself, no, you have to get up. You have to at least go to the next meeting. You have to push yourself, Helen. Come on, you can do it. Is it really that bad? Do you really need that rest? That's what my internal chatter was saying today. And I just pushed myself to the side and I did work. I gotta love myself. So why do we feel guilty? Let me just offer 3 points as to why we must rest. Number 1, the reason why you must have rest is that it's necessary for true production. So if you really want to be productive properly, you have to be well rested, you have to be well nourished, and your mind must be functioning optimally. And rest does that. 2, rest is best. Rest is the best for our health, our physical health, our mental health, and our emotional health. We need time to recover, to recuperate, and to rejuvenate. And this is one of the reasons I love retreats, and now the reason why I love hosting retreats, because it allows people that place of rest. And I have a beautiful retreat coming up in Byron Bay. There is one space available coming up in Byron Bay. We'll put the link in the show notes. And it's 5 days where you can have all week to just refill for the rest of the year. It's the best. It's the best thing to look forward to. It's the best thing to experience. It's the best thing for your life. A retreat a year is something that I was doing, and which is why now I'm hosting retreats now that I have so much experience with them. And yes, this one coming up in Byron Bay in November is going to be absolutely magical. Rest. 3. The number 3 reason that you must rest is because it makes you a happier person. Think about someone who is highly stressed, always worrying about money, for example, always arguing with their partner because they have kids and they're so busy. Imagine if that person got a proper rest, a complete soul rest. Imagine how much happier they'd be. Please don't underestimate the power of rest, guys. Rest is absolutely crucial. Our bodies are designed to sleep, to rest and recover, just like most living things on this planet. So if you haven't had a proper rest lately, stop beating yourself up over stuff not getting done. Stop beating yourself up over taking time off for yourself and just do it. You are enough. You are so enough. Nothing major will change in your life if you take the rest. You are worthy of rest and you deserve to have appropriate, restful, blissful, amazing recovery for whatever it is, whether it's a sickness, an illness, a health condition, family, parenting rest, school rest, whatever the rest is that you need, just take it and love it the whole time. Please comment on my Instagram so that I can hear your feedback on this show today and let me know your experience. And I can't wait to talk to you next week, guys. Bye for now. I always feel bad if I have to take time off if I'm sick or if I'm not feeling well or if I'm just feeling burnt out. And it's been showing up a lot actually lately for me, this notion. And it's really interesting. Where do we learn that we should feel guilty if we need to put our needs first? And when did that become okay? That we should just ignore our needs to keep us well? It's so fascinating to think that somewhere inside us, we actually believe it is okay to suffer. It blows my mind. And anyway, this has been something I've been working on and working through this last few years. And I'm mentioning it now again because it's come up again, where I got a stomach bug or food poisoning or one of the two. And I had to immediately cancel appointments, take time off, and just lay in bed. And the feelings of guilt still showed up. And I breezed through them. And I communicated that guilt with everybody, and they reassured me that everything will be okay and to just rest. So it is just a story that we play in our head, guilt. So guilt is usually this thing that we learn. It's something that isn't for us to carry. So why do we carry it? How did we become so conditioned to carry guilt? Whether it's mum guilt, work guilt, friend guilt, whatever guilt. Guilt when you need to do something for yourself and put yourself first, especially when it comes to your health. And I just wanted to share this insight as well, because if I'm feeling it, you're probably feeling it too sometimes, where you're just like, you know what? I just need to rest today and I need to take the day off. But there's this little thing inside our head that says, no, you can't take the day off because it's not the right thing to do. Well, I did take the day off yesterday. Well, half of the day, because I didn't know what was going on, and I thought I would be able to shake this thing off, which I didn't know what it was. And no, progressively through the day, I just got worse and worse. So, cancelled half the day and cancelled most of the day today. But I feel heaps better today, and I think it's just because I spent a lot of time in bed yesterday, just resting, relaxing, nourishing my body, nourishing my soul. So please don't overwhelm yourself. Please don't make yourself burn out. I've been there so many times, and a few of you listening probably have as well. It's not a nice feeling to completely work yourself to the ground, ignoring signs of needing rest, and all for what? To make money or to please somebody else other than yourself. It's just not worth it. And at the end of the day, money will be made again. And at the end of the day, everybody else's happiness is their responsibility, unless you have a child, a different story. But take some time to focus on yourself and listen to your needs, and don't feel that it's a bad thing. My retreat recently, the majority were mums, and the majority were mums that work, and they just inspired me so much that they took a week off for themselves, to refuel, to refill up their cup so that they can show up as the best versions of themselves. And that's the mother that I would like to be like. And it all starts now with our practices and removing that guilt of, I don't even know what it is, but removing that guilt when you're sick or when you just aren't feeling at 100%. Give yourself that permission. It'll make life a lot easier, and everyone and everything in your life will be okay if you need to rest for a bit. And if there's people in your life that make you feel guilt for taking rest, then, it's time to question their value in your life and the purpose that they serve. Because for someone not to want the best for you shows that they don't really value your health at all. And so it's really important to reconsider if, these people are the right people to have in your life. Thank you times infinity for spending time with me. It really means a lot. Putting yourself first will really help escalate your goals, your dreams, and I love being on the journey with you. So make sure you come and tell me on my Instagram at Whole Health, which is HOL_health, and comment below this podcast photo to share your thoughts on my show today. And if you enjoyed it, please leave me a 5-star review on iTunes or Spotify so that I can keep bringing amazing value to you. I'm sending you truckloads of love, power, and joy. Bye for now.